Hi everybody, this is Derek with Tether Garden Center and I have Sarah behind the camera.
Hey everybody.
And I wanted to show you just kind of a cool video because while I was doing a video right before this, I noticed all the pollinators that are on my native plants right now. So we're just going to talk about these native plants and show you some of the pollinators that are on there. I hope you can zoom in and see that one that's getting, it's hard to focus on where it's going to go, isn't it?
He keeps going in front of the camera though, so it's really fast.
So this one-on-one lands will show you, but this plant is called, I don't know if it's pronounced rosenweed or rosinweed.
I've always called it rosinweed.
Okay, see, I've called it rosenweed, so who's correct? We'll never know. Or we will now. So that's, I'm going to say both. This plant is related to cut plant though, and it's pretty tall as you can see. And it's these really nice daisy-shaped flowers, and when I water in the evening, I will see pollinators resting, and they're looking at them all. They're just outside of frame. There's a lot over on the corner. So there's a lot of pollinators out today.
I don't know that you can see it. There's one kind of hiding behind this flower somewhere.
And I don't even know how many. Most of them seem, oh, that's a great black wasp right there. I wish you could see. It flew over there.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite. See, it's over there by the, but they move so fast though, you can't focus on them. It already moved. Just to the point of me saying that, it would already
Yeah, I
be
didn't
gone.
even see it.
So, anyway, back on track. Oh, did you point the one out here? Look at that one. It's just resting right in the middle of this flower.
He is right in there.
So this one that this bee is sitting on is called compass plant. And they call it that because the flowers are supposed to face, do you know if it's east or west or north or south?
I would think east and west, but I'm not sure.
And this one's kind of facing east and west. So that's the top of the plant. If it was actually standing up like it would be almost to the top of the gutter. And then you can see the leaves. I have my cactuses underneath me, so I'm being careful. Look like oak leaves in there, but they stay down low, so you can't see those as well. Okay, we'll go. Usually they flock. Oh, there's one on this one. That looks like a different type of bee. I don't know what type of bees these are, by the way. I just think it's cool there's so many. That's called Joe Pye weed. We can show the rest of the blooming flowers
And
too.
I've had Joe Pye weed in the past, and I feel like that's always my plant that is just swarmed with them.
Normally there are more on that, but I think there's so many other flowers. Here's a world milkweed. No bees on it, but that's where the monarchs would go if they want to go to those. And then I've liked this one too. This one's called nodding onion. I got a quick funny story about that for you all. I had nodding onion, but if you look over behind, my neighbors now have nodding onion because apparently it's seeded from my plant. And I was just talking to them one day and I'm like, wait a minute, where'd you get this? And they were like, thank you, because it must have blew over there and seeded over the winter. Oh, there, the great black wasp just flew by the camera. There's another one. You see it fly by you? Sarah doesn't even know what I'm talking about. There it goes again.
I see it, but
do you see him right there?
Way too fast.
There's no, they're my favorite.
It might have gone past the camera every now and then.
I'll describe it just in case. They're a black wasp with blue wings, and they're usually kind of big and scary, but they're not scary. They're very docile. Here's Rudbeckia. I'm gonna wait till this plane flies over. If people didn't know, I live on the south side by the airport. But anyway, oh, there's a praying mantis. There's so much life out here today, isn't there? You see it?
No, I don't. Oh. He is
So
right on that flower.
here's something I'm going to point out about this Rudbeckia. This is a cultivar, and notice how there really isn't very many pollinators on that. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah, because all of your other flowers, especially yellow nearby, are just swarmed.
Those are native cultivars right out of the wild, though. This is a native plant, but it's a cultivar of a native plant. So you can see, if you just go by this small study, if you want to call it that, they seem to favor the native more, like the unaltered native. Here's a little fly though. It's a very small pollinator right there. But this next plant is the one I really wanted to show for this video, just because there's so many pollinators on it. This is tall Rudbeckia, and look at how many. You can actually see they're buzzing around it. Again, I'm not sure what kind of bees these are, but look at that.
Yeah, you can really see that on here.
There's like 3 or 4, 5 or 6 big ones, and there's a whole bunch of small ones. I think this is the most I've seen out at one time. So again, this plant is cut leaf Rudbeckia or tall Rudbeckia, and it likes moisture, so I have to kind of give this one some water when it gets really dry out. But the blooms, you can see they're quite pretty, and I've had to tie this one up. I think there's a slight fragrance. There goes. There's everywhere, aren't they?
They are everywhere with this guy.
So just wanted to show you a few of the native plants that I have and how much apparently the pollinators like them, and they'll be swarming on stuff all throughout the rest of the year because I still have lots of flowers coming, like asters and Millennium Allium below. We can show that right before we go. Oh, and goldenrods too. They haven't started yet. But I will have plenty more for the pollinators all season long. So try a few of them out in your garden. Otherwise, that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.